For 29 years, Daniel Carter believed he had the perfect marriage. A loving wife, two wonderful daughters, and a home filled with memories. But last week, everything shattered in an instant. One notification, one text, and his entire world crumbled. What he uncovered was more than just betrayal. It was a conspiracy that ran deeper than he ever imagined. Daniel Carter, 50M, sat on the couch, sipping his evening coffee as his wife, Julia, 49F, took a shower. It was an ordinary evening, until a notification popped up on her phone. Expecting a message from one of their daughters, Maddie, 24F, or Alice, 26F, confirming their girls' dinner, he glanced at the screen. "I can't wait to see you." Daniel froze. His heart pounded as he opened the message thread. It wasn't long, just a few lines confirming dinner plans and how they missed each other. And worst of all, once a week wasn't enough. His stomach turned. Julia had never been secretive with her phone, never given him a reason to doubt her. But reality stared him in the face. 29 years of marriage, gone in an instant. Still, Daniel needed proof. He quickly texted both Maddie and Alice. "Daniel, hey, what time is your girls' dinner?" Both replied almost immediately. Maddie, 7 p.m. "Can't wait. Love you, Dad." Alice, "Yep. Should be fun." Daniel's breath hitched. If they were going to dinner, then who was Julia meeting? His blood boiled. With shaking hands, he discreetly enabled location sharing on Julia's phone and waited. As soon as she kissed him goodbye and left, Daniel followed. 15 minutes later, he parked outside an upscale restaurant downtown. His stomach twisted into knots as he watched Julia walk in, not to meet their daughters, but a man he recognized immediately. Her boss. His fingers clenched around the steering wheel as he watched them embrace, holding hands across the table. Then a kiss. That was all he needed. He pulled out his phone, snapped pictures, and opened the family group chat. "Daniel, glad you're enjoying girls' dinner together." Then, he shut off his phone, started his car, and drove straight to his brother Mark's house. The next morning, Daniel woke to 40 missed calls and 20 voicemails. He didn't listen to a single one. Julia had followed the cheater's playbook to the letter. Excuses, apologies, begging for a chance to explain. But Daniel had already made up his mind. Divorce was inevitable. He spent the day consulting every top lawyer in town, making sure Julia had no options left. Then finally he checked his messages. His daughters were frantic. Maddie, the daddy's girl, had sent nearly 50 texts apologizing over and over. Her boyfriend even reached out, saying she was on the verge of a panic attack. Daniel's response was brief. "Daniel, Maddie, I love you, but what you've done has hurt me deeply. I need space." Within seconds, she responded. "Maddie, okay. I'm so sorry. I never should have helped. I'll never forgive myself. I love you." He didn't reply. Alice, on the other hand, was different. "Alice, Dad, I'm sorry, but you can't throw away a good marriage over one mistake." Daniel's jaw tightened. His own daughter was defending Julia. "Daniel, Alice, this isn't a mistake. This is a betrayal. From my whole family. Please don't contact me until I reach out first." Alice never responded, but Daniel knew she had shown the message to Julia. Soon after, Julia began pleading with him not to punish Alice. He ignored it. 5 days later, Daniel sat on his brother's porch, staring into the night sky, lost in his emotions. He had lost his wife, but worse, he had lost trust in his own children. Then his phone buzzed. A new email. From Alice. Subject: "I can't keep this secret anymore." Daniel hesitated before opening it. The message was short, but sent a cold shiver down his spine. "Alice, Dad, I have to tell you the truth. It wasn't just Mom. Maddie and we helped her cover it up. For years. It wasn't just once a week. It was years. I'm so sorry." Daniel's breath caught in his throat. His hands trembled as he read the words over and over. This wasn't a single betrayal. It was a decade of deception. His daughters had known. They had lied to him. For years. His world didn't just crumble. It collapsed entirely. With a deep breath, Daniel typed out his final response. "Daniel, thank you for finally telling me the truth. I hope you find peace. But I will never forgive you." Then he deleted the family group chat, turned off his phone, and walked inside. For the first time in days, he knew exactly what he needed to do. Move on and never look back.